a person called Raf. I'm not sure if it's a he or a she, but
Graft?
um, Raf,
Raf. Okay. By the
yeah,
way, we're live. Just heads up.
yeah, okay, sure. So he was actually talking about uh, yeah, explain something similar to this, like the curse of, knowing, since you're a techie, so you're always trying to solve problems. Like sometimes they don't need fixing, but no matter how many times you fix something, keep in mind that that thing might change. You build a tool, you're so confident, you try to build it in a way that it's perfect,
Yeah.
but then later on, a week later, there is an update in a plugin, there is, an update in the infrastructure, and then there is your project obsolete.
True.
They have to, yeah, so you don't have to go like perfect all the time, which is good. Like, I'll send you the link. It's a nice read.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And just over the weekend, I kind of came across another tool that also does something similar to what we do. So this idea
Hmm.
that you can grow organic traffic on autopilot. I mean, that's basically what we're our promise. Um,
Yes.
yeah, and it talks about. I basically describes the problem exactly as we kind of imagined it, which is you're just doing all this stuff manually, and then their solution is this, and it does keyword searching, content generation, optimization, localization. And then yeah, it's the exact same steps that we're talking about. um, Automate analysis and keyword research, comes up with a content plan, and ranks naturally. Write articles that sound like you, generate on brand images, publish on autopilot. I mean, that's basically us, right? And then what's
Yes.
pricing? Where's pricing? Uh, 99
100.
monthly. Huh, 30 articles a month. Oh, that's pretty good actually. The pricing is pretty good. But it doesn't talk about, I think, the platforms that they support. Let's see.
But
Next.js.
how do they publish?
Oh yeah, it's a webhook. Like you can connect to WordPress or Shopify or something. Um, or you can do webhook. So yeah, I mean the webhook thing might be pretty tricky to set up. But yeah, I mean, anyway, just thought it's interesting. Maybe a good source for like understanding the problem statement, like the I think like the way they explain it is really really good. Like grow organic traffic on autopilot. It says nothing about like the developer experience or any of that. Maybe because it's not developer focused. This is more general, more generic.
Mhm.
And there's so many sites like this. I mean, I've seen so many just in the quick searching that I've
I
done.
mean,
I mean,
yeah.
there's journalist AI, there's whatever that other one was called, SEO bot AI, and then Outrank. So and then there's so many of them now. um but I just like how clean and sort of straight to the point this one is. Anyway, maybe it looks like it's probably a new player, a newer player, but it's some people might get put off by this. They're like, "Oh my God, there are so many people. How are you going to be able to compete?" But I think, taking up a positive spin on this is, there's actually so much opportunity. The fact that there's so many people there means that there is demand, and so
There's a
that's
piece of
that's
the
a
cake.
positive signal. That's a signal that, hey, maybe this space is massive and you can carve out like your own little niche there, focusing on the people that are actually integrating these solutions into their sites. Maybe not, I don't know, but I think it's definitely worth a shot. Anyway, so I thought that was a nice little positive spin that we could somehow um, incorporate when we do set up our own landing page. um, all right, so let's cut to the chase. I mean, we're already kind of behind on time. Let's see where we got and like what we need to do. So I've got the workflow here from the last session. Last session we were able to generate an actual post. We don't have any images yet, but we automated the entire research process. So you just enter your site. What's going on there, man? It looks like you're strangling a paper or something.
No,
It sounds
notes,
like
taking notes, man.
taking, oh God, taking notes
Yeah,
on an
of course,
honest
my
to God
man.
notebook. That
Notebook. It's a
that's what it sounds like. Whoa, on what?
yeah, it's a notebook.
Oh wow, old
Yeah,
school, huh? You gone
yeah,
old
yeah.
school.
It's always, man.
Oh, good thing you're not using like a chalkboard or something.
I was about to get one. So it just kind of, gives you time away from the screen so that you would think,
Yeah, yeah, of
not get
course. You
distracted.
don't
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
justify your boomer habits. It's okay, man.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, it's totally
For the
fine.
audience, just for the audience,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
someone
it's
getting
totally fine, man.
influenced.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
No judge. We don't judge here. All right, so generate the keywords, strategy, titles, write the first post. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. I mean, it's maybe this is good enough. Maybe this is good enough as a starting point, and then once we get actual users, we can kind of work on some of the other details. If we're promising one article a week, then yeah, I mean we could sort of manage that. I guess we just need to figure out a way to insert into the database, and we're done. That's basically what's left is insert it into the database. That's how you publish it, right? We've already done
yeah.
the rank first part. Let's see. Cursor. Wait, we've already got cursor open. All right, so we've already got under post. Yeah, we're pulling the content from the database and then rendering it. So that part's already taken care of. We already put it with the customer domain. Yeah, man, it's done. It's done. This is all good. This is all good. So we just have to do like we just have to insert it into the database. So Postgres insert
It is
rows.
inserted in the database, though.
No, it doesn't get automatically inserted. You have to insert it.
We didn't do that. Like, how did we get?
No, we didn't. I need to. So, and thing is, like you. Oh, I think I need a toilet break. I know we're just getting started, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Once you got a clogger, you got a clogger,
I feel
man.
like we spent maybe a good chunk of the 10 hours just doing toilet breaks.
Go for
I
it,
mean,
my
at least
man. Go
half an
for it.
hour, maybe. All right, okay. I'll
Go
be I'll
for
be
it.
right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, so now we got a few things we need to resolve. So we need to queue, post, and publish. And obviously, we need a way for the user to see that's like the page, front page. Uh, we need to find a good design to imitate. Let's fire up Dribble and try to search for marketing colors. So let's fire up Gemini. Uh, So we're looking at white, soft blue, green, soft colors. Got it. Let's do this.
All right, I'm back.
That
Guys,
was a sigh of relief.
I was telling Ibrahim earlier that I am feeling a bit sick today. So, you know, y- I guess what I'm saying is you're lucky that we're even doing this. So so yeah, I mean, what's what's a 5 minute toilet break every now and then? I don't think that's a big inconvenience. But at the same time, yeah, subscribe and like and all that stuff, right? We appreciate that. We appreciate you. All right, what was I even talking about, man? Okay, so we need to save it. The problem is we're only dealing with the first post here. Maybe this is overthinking it, but there's going to be some manual work involved. We're not going to be able to have someone just sort of show up, pay the money, and then start seeing posts. I mean, that's not how it's going to work. We can replace the beginning, like instead of a form submission, we have a webhook. So we can add a webhook trigger. Webhook. Yeah. Start the. We have a webhook trigger. We could do that. So then the front end can just trigger a webhook, and then it starts the crawling process. So we collect the URL from the front end, and then we do all of this stuff, and then we just end up with a post that's generated and published. But the problem is we need them to provide feedback on the business info and on the strategy. So maybe we'd have to break up this flow into several pieces or turn it into code somehow. Like the alternative is we just download this and then and then tell the AI to implement this in code. So we're not using NAN anymore. Maybe. What do you think?
I'm thinking about uh, go for it. So what I'm thinking about is
Bro, I was on mute. I mean,
MV.
you don't have to highlight that.
All right, just for the audience to understand what really is going on, feel my perspective. Anyways, so what I'm thinking about is, do we really have to go down that path? Like, what's the fastest way to push this one out?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, what's the fastest
Like,
way? Maybe
is
the
like
problem is like if we're gonna do the absolute fastest way, then there's gonna be manual work involved. It's like someone would pay and then they would get an email that says, "All right, thanks for paying. Um, we're gonna be sending you details later."
no, this is terrible.
Or, after they pay, we quickly sort of put together some sort of front end. But I don't really like that approach because you're not really. I
Yeah,
mean, you've sort of built the brains, but you don't actually have a product. So
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
at
it's
least you
also
should have a
like we
front
don't
end,
want
even if
them
it's
to.
a really crappy experience. But at least there's a front end where you can enter your URL, and then we show you
Yes,
some
yes.
information, and then maybe you can review the strategy and approve it or reject it, and then we say, "Oh, you're gonna get the post will get published in a day or two." That's okay. Like
You
I'm
know,
I'm okay with that.
what we can do is probably also another opinion would be like we can have like a simple modern kind of uh, website, not a website, but a place where the user places their URL and they will get to see the strategy, the keywords, blah blah, and the content. They don't have to approve anything.
Okay. What if they don't like the strategy?
They can publish another strategy changing the keywords.
But you can't. We if you're saying the whole process is automated?
Yes, like initially, like for this first version.
Ah, okay. So initially you just enter your URL and then you get a bunch of posts.
Yes, you get to see the strategy, and then you'll also see the like the we show you the strategy just to reflect the fact that we do a lot of work for you.
Okay.
Meaning,
Yeah, I see your
it's an
point.
idea,
You
and
know,
then
I
for the next iteration, we can allow them to key in their feedback, like make changes, maybe reinitiate, generate a new strategy, whatever.
yeah, I see your point. Okay. All right. I mean, we need to make a decision about whether we're going to use this NAN flow or we're just going to replace the NAN flow with some equivalent on the front end or, Next.js repo. I'm kind of leaning to the latter, but it's a big question of whether we can just do a download and then easily convert this
Yeah,
into some sort of backend job. If that's
let's give it a
possible,
shot.
if that's possible, then great, fantastic. Like this would be amazing. We used NAN for what we needed, and then that's it. Like it's just getting in the way now, so it's okay if we ditch it. But if it's not possible, then we're gonna have to figure out like how.
Let's give it a shot and see if that actually works. If we
Okay,
feel like it's buggy and all that, we'll just
cloggy?
ditch it.
You mean
Buggy,
clunky? Cloggy is
no
something else
buggy,
entirely.
no buggy,
Buggy. Oh,
bugs.
okay. I don't know why I heard that as cloggy. I was like, cloggy? Whoa.
Well, we know why, so
I'll have you know that before we started streaming, I did actually go to the toilet because I anticipated this sort of situation. And But it just happened again, and I was like, all right, there's only so
We
much you can
feel
do.
our
That's what
audience needs to
happens.
know this.
Yeah, today I had a double shot of coffee, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's related.
Wow,
Usually I just
caffeine.
have single
That's
shot.
why are you having more caffeine than you should, man?
Yeah, yeah. That's
I
probably it.
think this is good for our listeners. You know,
Yeah, especially when we're trying to beat the time the last time and we just spent half of it talking about
farting
bloggers.
about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, so
No, no, no. We're good.
so
Let's give it a shot. Let's give it the N8N and
yeah,
see if it can actually generate a working code
yeah,
for us.
okay, so are we going to use the same, like we already have a repo which we're using for rank first, for hosting the. Okay, so let's see. We have this repo at app.rankfirst.co for hosting the pages. Maybe we can use the same repo. Maybe we can use the same repo uh, for hosting the actual app. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not, but I think it's probably doable. So we just create a new folder and then we say, so it's going to be app.rankfirst.co/ let's say dashboard. And then inside dashboard, so we have a basic layout. Okay, this is fine. Um, so inside dashboard, we're gonna have uh, let's say page.tsx. Thing is, like, welcome to the dashboard. Okay. So let's run this. Let's run this on 3000, and then we hit
Dashboard.
dashboard. Let's just make sure that's working.
I don't think it's start. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, welcome. All right, so this is working. And then so basically what we need to do is we need to take the file that we just generated.
N8N. Yeah.
Okay, and then we tell it so let's just put the JSON here and then turn this um
You're using Gemini.
what?
You'll have Gemini do it.
Yeah, of course. Gemini is the best, man. Man, I heard they made a new release, like an update ahead of Google I/O last week, and the thing just kills. Like it just topped all of the benchmarks. It just went to straight to the number one position on all of them. So I've been dying, and I've been using it like a little bit over the weekend. But this is probably going to be the first sort of real use case. Turn this N8N workflow into a set of backend actions or backend actions for this Next.js repo. I don't even know what I'm saying. Backend actions? Like, okay, so into a
Code.
logical set of backend functions. For context, do we have a README? Oh, we didn't update the README. All right, rank first is a. I mean, the README is helpful to the model to understand what on earth we're doing. So maybe we just sort of copy this whole page. Export Markdown and CSV. Okay. All right. So I think it did it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe before this, we just tell it there's new tab, right? You can do a new tab is Command T. Oh, but we already lost the last one. Oh, whatever. Okay. All right. Update the README based on the Notion export attached. Okay, here we go. Why is it not attaching? Oh, do I have to open it here? Rank first. There it is. Oh, it's adding a lot of details.
So it will generate the plan first.
Maybe we don't. Yeah. I mean, we don't need like all the details. We just need some basic stuff. Okay. I think it's. Why is it taking so long? All right. Scope, out of scope. All right. That's good. This is good. No CMS, no writers, no SEO consultant. Okay, yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it's good enough. All right, so then we go back to this one where we tell it about crawl and readme, and then tell it implement the NAN workflow attached as a set of backend actions in this Next.js repo or functions. I don't want to necessarily make it actions because then it might think server actions and we don't really need like server actions. N8N. Do we have NAN? Oh, we don't. I guess maybe we just rely on what it knows of NAN or just give it access to the web. I don't know. This is pretty high level command. I don't know if it's going to manage. Let's hope for the best here. Probably best to break this down. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Break it down. That's a long chain, right? Okay. Form trigger, crawl, and biz info extraction. All right. Very cool. Yeah, it looks like it knows what it's doing. What is it talking about? Next.js context is important. The web search results might be relevant. Provided web search results are a YouTube link. Okay, just ignore the web results then. Create a new route at Pages API. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Bro, if this works, like that would be amazing. So basically, we can easily go from a prototype into an actual functioning backend, and it's just really streamlined and straightforward. That would be amazing. Like honestly, I would be shocked if it worked. Actually, why did it stop? Man, that's the problem we've always had with Google. Is it's like the opposite of Claude 3.7. Claude 3.7 is over eager, and then Google is just shy and unsure. Okay, proceed. Here's the code. Okay. Huh. Why is it creating a pages directory? It's pretty crazy. Like, you're already inside app and we're not using a pages directory. You could just use the API directory. You'll also need to install OpenAI. Hmm. Do we? Well, I guess, yeah. I guess, yeah, we could. Bro, you're muted, by the way.
Oh, am I muted now?
You're unmuted now, yes. Were you saying
Oh, okay.
anything valuable?
I was talking about the if this becomes like a code, it will easily become the front, like the front page could easily be integrated with it.
Yeah. After you've
Like it
installed,
would actually, yeah.
it's complaining about some sort of error installing OpenAI. OpenAI. Hmm. Okay. NPMI OpenAI. Oh yeah, okay. I mean, we had that issue before, basically because we're using a new repo. So we're just gonna have to use force here. All right. By the way, stop using the pages directory for API. Add it directly inside app instead. So app API. We're not using. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. All right. Come on then, come on. Looks like I got the path wrong. Oh, don't worry about it. I got you. There. No, no. Stop messing with it. I already fixed it. This is perplexing. Yo, 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 stop. I already fixed the path. Proceed. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. I mean, I don't know. The context is already pretty huge now, and I don't know if it's going to be able to remember like all of the files, like the file that we actually uploaded. So I guess with
But
every new message, the likelihood of it succeeding is smaller and smaller.
it's executing in stages, so
I'm not actually sure. I don't know what it's doing. It seems like it's yeah. Okay, this is getting quite large for a single turn. I mentioned that. That's pretty interesting. It's self-aware. Like it knows it's getting out of control. Fairly complex agentic step involving, so this is generate keywords. Let me see what it's talking about. Yeah. Yeah, this was a tricky one. Did it do biz
if it
info?
pulls it through, it's it'll be
Extract
good.
biz info? Oh, it already did the extract biz info step. Okay. Get region code, extract biz info. All right.
So it's actually, so it's basically halfway through.
Yeah, it finished this part. Now it's doing the generate keywords, I assume.
Yes, it is SME rush. Watch out the API key, man.
Yeah, half of it was exposed.
Yeah.
That's the problem with doing live streams, man. You never know what you're gonna expose.
It's weird that Semi-Rush doesn't have like a kill switch for keys.
Yeah. Good idea to remind people of that. Thank you. I appreciate you bringing that up.
So that basically to run it 3 times.
Yeah. Uh, breaks the agentic behavior into TypeScript orchestrated LLM calls. Bro, it's getting out of control. I don't think it knows what it's doing. It's just 10 linter errors, really? Wow. Okay. That's a chunky file, man. 500 lines. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I mean, we did try, right? We did try. We're gonna see where it stops, but I'm
We need to
90%
see
sure
if
this is
you
not gonna work out. Whoa, what? We are now up to the generate keyword step. The next steps in the NAN workflow are generate strategy condensed, generate titles. Shall we proceed? Huh. Really?
can
You're
we
saying,
I
bro,
think we
look at the
can
code.
test like
Hmm. Okay.
shouldn't we like test what's done so far?
How though? I mean, we have a route here that we can use to test out. Um, so we pass in a URL to the body, and then it crawls the website, extracts business information, and generate keywords. Currently uses placeholder logic. Does it? No, it uses actual logic. Max iterations. Yeah, it looks good.
3.
Okay. So it generates the keywords output and then it returns it. So that's the JSON response is the keywords output.
Let's give it. Let's keep going then.
Keep going. Just
Yes.
hope for the best.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Let's let's keep going. And then we'll tell him to break it up later. So instead of just having one endpoint which just returns the post as we currently do, we'll break it up into several endpoints, and then the front end can easily sort of,
Points. Yeah. Consume those.
yeah. Next step is generate titles. Takes the strategy output. Okay. Here's how I'll update workflow. Okay. Update workflow. Okay.
Semirush.
Yeah,
See,
the API key. I'm surprised we didn't expose it.
it takes in the region code.
Yeah.
Go for it. I just get some water.
Of course. Generate titles. Okay. All right. So we're at generate titles, and then you generate the actual post. Wow, it's just going. All right, so it's saying start a new chat for better results. So maybe we just copy this last message and then yeah, do a new chat. So okay, so we're gonna pass in for context the NAN. What was the NAN file? So crawl.json. Basically, we're converting the NAN workflow into Next.js API function calls. Okay. Yeah. It suggested restarting, so I just created a new chat and passed in like the context. Maybe we should add README in there as well. All right, let's go. Let's see if it can pick it up. Generate post params and find relevant keywords. Okay, here are the changes. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, if it works, this would be pretty good. Oh, it's having trouble with escaping strings? Huh. Oh, there's the trouble. Some sort of syntax error. I guess when the files get longer, it just goes out of control. It's this one here. That's the problem. Oops. Okay. I will stop and ask for your input on how to proceed. However, I can still proceed with adding in the new functions. And now it's going. Okay. Okay. All right. Seems to have gotten stuck in the previous linting errors. Let's ignore the generate titles. What's with generate titles? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, wow, what's that? Yeah, yeah, I see, I see, I see. Okay. So this is causing some errors. Full content for lib workflow service. Okay, I mean, it's gone out of control, yo. It's gone out of, it's not going to be able to output 755 lines accurately, so I think we should just stop and try and figure out like what's gone wrong. I mean, clearly some parts of this are working, but when it got to the titles part, it just made this rubbish, and then that's it. Like it went out of control. So this part here is the problematic part.
User prompt.
You what? Maybe we just try to fix this. So we accept file and then try to fix this function. Okay. So we just try to fix this specific function by passing it in. Add the chat. Please fix the syntax errors here. Looks like a classic copy paste error where a code block was inadvertently pasted inside a string literal. Yeah. See if I can fix it. Okay. Looks good. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. So it fixed it. So we have user prompt and then response and parses the content and returns it. Beautiful. So maybe we can go back to the last chat and just tell it, hey, listen, we fixed it. Okay. Okay. So we just go to this, but I don't know if it's gonna lose. Like sometimes it just reverts this stuff. So I'm just gonna start a new chat and then paste in crawl JSON and the README and just tell it to continue. I don't know if that's gonna work.
The the strategy is in the same file, workflow services.
Workflow services, yeah. I mean, this is like a mega file now.
Yeah.
785 lines. It's probably gonna notice that it implemented the post generation stuff. Prepare post generation params, which was already implemented. Okay, okay. Here are the changes. Okay, yeah. It's just picking it up. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see. I'm hopeful this can go the whole way, you know? But I mean, it is a chunky workflow. Not super chunky, if we're being honest here. I mean, it's not that huge, right?
It just does like three main core functions all in one file:
Yeah, it's
strategy, queue, titles, and
it's it's
posts.
it's getting too big though. I saw a tweet the other day. Levels.io met with the CEO of Cursor, and they were talking about how they can improve Cursor so that it handles large files better. Because I mean that's his whole thing. Like Levels.io is just, you know, huge files. The whole game, you know, the flying game, that's all basically
Yeah.
one big file. So he was talking about how he struggles with getting Cursor to deal with like huge files. So
So what did
apparently
he
that's
use
something they're
instead?
prioritizing is, you know, making Cursor work better with large files.
He still used cursor,
Yeah.
divide and conquer.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the typical approach that they recommend, but
Yeah.
you know, it's actually way easier if you just do everything in a single file because, you know, you want to make changes, you want to do anything, you don't have to add like context, it's all there. It's easy to
Mm.
trace. Yeah, I recognize like the benefit of having everything in a single file. Okay, so generate titles, prepare post generation, and then okay. What's it doing now? Let's proceed by adding find web references. Oh, okay, the web reference, right. We'll need to decide if you have a specific model configured for this, or if we should default to a generally available capable model that might have search-like capabilities. For now, I'll just use GPT-4o and make a note that a search-enabled model would be better if available. What are you talking about? Just use the same model, 4o search preview. Return the collate. That's actually the whole point.
It wants to market for itself.
For now, we'll use a standard. Oh, okay.
It's
If
still kept for O search preview.
I mean, I guess it thinks it's not available. So generate post. That's the last step. All right, let's do this. We're almost there. Inside generate post. Blah blah blah. This will complete the implementation. Oh my god. Uh, I don't even want to know how much that cost. I heard they changed the pricing actually for Cursor. They were they did something to the pricing. I'm not sure if it went up or down, but it changed.
Lower. Okay.
We'll need to.
Did they go lower or they went
They said they
not?
simplified it, but it's I don't know what that means. Okay, it's done. I'm not seeing any syntax errors, which is also a good sign. But yeah, the only thing. Where did it make this up? Markdown form. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think this was part of the prompt. I thought it made it up. I don't remember seeing this. Placeholder for images do not include image syntax for now. Interesting. All right. So let's see. What are we doing? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's test it, right? So let's
For
go
sure.
here. The real test is in running a build, actually. Build tells you if there are any errors that are not showing up in the linter. Maybe we just do accept all. Okay. Let's see if that works. And then we also run this. Let's wait for it to finish. Because if there are no build errors, then there's a good chance that it would actually work. What environment variables do we need to configure? That's the question. Let me move this over. So workflow services process.env. So you need OpenAI API key, SEMrush API key, SEMrush API key. Okay. Okay, process dot, and then you have Firecrawl API key as well. SEMrush API key. Let's see if there's anything else we might have missed. This is all happening off screen, by the way. Obviously, OpenAI model, find keywords model, and search model. So OpenAI search model, we should set to the search one. What is it called? Find web references. So it's called GPT-4o search preview. GPT-4o search preview. Okay. All right. Anything else? Process. There's a post model too. Yeah, we're using GPT-4o for pretty much everything. Okay. I think 4.1. There's 4.1 somewhere. Um. Okay, whatever. Anyway, just need to add the OpenAI API key. Let me do that now. Okay, so this should be safe now. So I basically just replaced all of the inline keys with um, the environment variables. So that should be okay now. And then, yeah, let's see if the build worked. Yeah, okay, yeah, the API key failed. But why would it fail on build? AI features will not work. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why
Missing
that would
environment
fail.
variable.
That's pretty weird. Yeah, I did add it as an environment variable now, but that was after I started the build. But it's kind of weird. Like, why would it fail the build process? Unless it was like statically um, adding the OpenAI key somewhere. I mean, this should be a server thing, right? This should be use server. We shouldn't use this from the client in any case. All right. let me take this phone call. Hey, good morning, Louis. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw them. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping to receive the lease agreement today, so we can move forward with the NYC stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. Indeed. Yeah, yeah. Great. Awesome. Yeah, you're outside. Yeah, I'm kind of busy with the computer. It's oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You received the PC? That's excellent. Oh, yeah, I thought you said you received the full thing. You're saying you didn't get the CPU yet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, asthma. She got like an asthma attack. Oh, Lord. Yeah, looks very nice. Yeah, okay. Take it. Bye. Oh, it was unmuted.
I
Yeah,
probably enjoyed
I'm
the
not sure how much
conversation.
of that you got. What? How much of the experience?
I got the full experience.
You?
unfortunately.
Oh,
Yes,
that's.
yes.
I thought I pressed the mute button because there's a hardware mute button, but it looks like unfortunately. Oh well.
It wasn't pressed enough.
Anyway, the build worked, so with any luck, we
Let's
should be
see.
able to test this out. So let's see. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna run npm run dev here so we can actually debug because I think it's highly unlikely this is gonna work the first time. But
Well,
you
it
know, you
might.
can
There's
you
a
can
chance.
definitely hope.
Well, if there is a 1%, there's hope.
Let's see. So we're gonna do curl dash x post localhost 3000 API workflow start, and then we just pass in the URL. Should probably do content type application JSON, and then pass in. Let's. Okay, here goes nothing. All right. Whoa! It parsed the URL. Okay, that's great. That's amazing.
Let's.
That's a great first step, actually. So let's see if it gets the crawl data. Oh, okay, we got the crawl data.
But
That's fantastic.
let's extract the info now.
Okay, biz info. I mean, here I would be highly doubtful that, this would actually work, but let's see. Let's remain positive. Biz info. Oh, wow. Okay. We got the biz info, yo. All right. I'm just gonna play it all the way to the keywords generated part. Get in the keywords. I would be surprised if it. Whoa, okay. 38 keywords idea. Requesting new batch. Okay, found one valuable keyword. Total valuable is 7. Found 0. Oh. Keywords output. We got total valuable 7 keywords. And then we could see. Whoa, okay. Bro.
We're in
Okay. All
business,
right.
man.
This is good. This is
Let's
good. This is
keep
amazing.
going.
All right.
Let's see
Okay.
the
I was not
strategy.
expecting this. I didn't think we'd get this far. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull up a strategy. Oh, we got a strategy. What's the strategy? Let's see. Objective revolutionize. Okay. All right. It looks legit. Okay, let's see if we can find titles. Bro, I didn't think we'd get this far. Okay, how many titles we got? 12 titles.
12. MashaAllah.
Oh, wow. Empower your journey with that. Okay. I mean, guide to Sharia compliant. Okay. It sounds a bit generic. I
Faith-based.
mean, I don't know who dialed up the cringe, but it looks like, we need to tweak a little bit with that. But okay. So we
If it
got
works,
post.
man, that's a massive step.
Formality is 4 relevant keywords, faith-based investing. Okay. Yeah, it's got all the inputs. I mean, it's got the keywords, all keywords. Why is it passing in all keywords and relevant keywords? That's pretty weird. Uh, okay. It shouldn't be passing in all the keywords. Maybe just the relevant ones. Anyway, let's see if web references works. This part, I don't think it will. Okay. Incompatible argument supplied temperature. Okay, all right. So we got pretty far, man. We got pretty far. Okay, so now we got
That's the
temperature is a bit of a problem. So we shouldn't have passed in temperature. It's not compatible with the search model, apparently. So that's good to know. Okay, we can try that again. Um, and then generate the actual post. Okay. So we got pretty far. We got a 500 error, but that's normal because, it failed. But let's try it again. So we'll stop this. Bro, I'm impressed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Like, very minor thing, very minor problem. Otherwise, the whole thing worked. Let's see if we get web references this time. It's crawling the site, extracting business info, generating keywords. Okay, getting some value. Okay, 11 valuable keywords this time. Oh, 12. Okay, keep going. 13. 13 valuable keywords. Bro, it's just 7. Why is it changing? It's pretty weird, huh?
Well, I think those were the relevant keywords.
No. Yeah, it had
The
7
title.
relevant. Now it says 13. It's pretty weird, huh?
Isn't this like the full? These are the whole like the full keywords, but then you would filter based on the title, like relevant keywords to the title proposed
No, no,
to the
no.
post title.
It got 27 keyword ideas, and then from those, it only keeps the ones that have volume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it came up with. But bro, look at the
Okay.
okay, so it got web references. I don't know how useful this is. Like you would expect a really long web reference, not something like that. But okay, let's see if it generates the post. Maybe we need to tell it to focus on um oh, it did generate the post. Bro, that's the post.
Oh,
Markdown
explore.
post.
Hello.
Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm
It's a
impressed. I'm
massive
very
step,
impressed.
man.
Gemini 2.5 Pro, you have my respect. You have my respect. This is unbelievable, man. I'm very impressed. Okay, let's see if we can do Markdown review. Okay. It's lacking specifics. It's talking about stuff in general, but it's not talking about any specific halal mutual fund, which is weird. Like the whole point of doing the web search was so that we can find details, like find actual data. So I think we need to modify the
The
web
model.
the web search bit to focus on pulling data instead of just generating generic crap.
Maybe we can ask it explicitly to do that, like make sure it actually searches the web.
Modify the function responsible for finding web references to specifically search for data that might be relevant to
If
the
needed.
post. So it's responsible for generating data, not generic slop.
But keep in mind the competition, like we don't want it to mention competition.
Yeah, yeah, that's another post. Like that's the part which generates the post. We
Yeah,
already
which
have
is
a
the
portion
next
of that
step.
prompt
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
dedicated
yeah.
to removing any references to competition. Given a post titled Halal Mutual Funds, we should search for the top. I don't know. I mean, it kind of sounds okay. Let's just see what it does with that. Okay, that looks good. Do not write the article. Bro, I think that's absolutely essential. It was trying to write an article before. Now, hopefully it can. Oh, we got the new
Yeah.
cursor update, yo. We got the new cursor. Let's click it. Let's click it now. I'll just
Does it roll
stop.
out in batches?
You what? Yeah, yeah. It looks like it rolls out in batches. All right, bro. I think we got a solid PR here. Get add slash P. So we're going to be, this is going to be the feature. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. We got to add everything in app and lib. Okay.
This could also mean, this could support multilingual. This has multilingual support, so it can generate contents in different languages.
Oh, which part? The workflow?
Like, imagine you generate a blog and research and do everything, and then on the end results, you can have, say, for example, an Arabic posts. So you generate like the normal flow, an English post, and then later on you have AI translate it.
I'm so shocked that it's actually working. I did not expect. Yo, you just so we prototyped everything
Simplify
in NAN
progressing.
and then export it to JSON. We didn't even add any NAN documentation. Do you realize how crazy this is? We didn't add any NAN documentation. We literally just
But
exported the JSON, pasted it in, and hey presto, we have a
maybe,
working backend. Unbelievable.
maybe the N8N actually helps the code generation because it's kind of creates that block feel, and with blocks, steps, generate this node and then move on to the second
Yeah,
node
it's
and so on.
it's logical. Yeah, it follows a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
logical progression. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's
All
better
right.
than developing like a whole system from code like we used to.
So now basically what we want to do is we want to have a front end. Okay, cursor helper. Yeah, you can access the whole internet. Why do you want to go to Figma? That's pretty freaky. Oh,
Design, maybe?
cursor helper plugin wants to connect to Figma. I sniff like some sort of new feature from
No,
Cursor. Hmm.
it is. You
Some
didn't
integration with
change
Figma.
log.
Interesting. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So now we want to split it up. So instead of having a single API route that goes end to end from URL to post generated, we want to break up the flow a little bit so that we allow room for the user to provide and review outputs of certain steps before proceeding to the next step. So, for instance, after generating the business information, we want the user to be able to review, edit, or approve the business information and then proceed to generating the keywords. Similarly, after generating a strategy, the user should approve the strategy or choose to regenerate the strategy by passing in some feedback, which would then be used to tailor the strategy or regenerate it. And finally, we should also split up the post generation step so that we can generate posts arbitrarily by just passing in a title and a formality rating.
We,
Maybe we should
I
have
think
it
we
come up
also,
with like a plan. Do we have main.mdc here? We don't? Oh, okay. So we didn't use the template there's dot cursor, rules directory, and then we need to add main dot mdc, and then just paste in the
Repo.
I had a boilerplate for doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, this.
Ah,
So we need to do this. And then similarly, we need to do this for what's Next.js? Okay, Next.js.mdc. Oh, why am I putting it there? Next.js.mdc. Oh, it needs to be mentioned. Uh, I guess auto attached, and then you just feed in the globs. Okay. All right. So all right. So those are the rules, and then there's also the design stuff. Design doc context. So maybe we just download this directory. Oh, you can't download the directory. Hmm. Unfortunate. Okay, we need to do them individually. All right, no problem. So this is coding style. Uh, oh, where did it go?
where are you putting that?
Here, coding style dot md, and then design doc dot md, and then the last one is writing good interfaces.
This is the boilerplate.
So yeah, I mean all the boilerplate stuff,
Yeah.
and then we actually need to reference it. So yeah, this here should be referenced at context. Oh, you can just do coding style directly. Okay. And then similarly, writing good interfaces. Okay. All right. Where's design doc? There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, we can just reference it here. So now we can just say main.mdc, and we just make sure that it, generates a problem statement and then does all that stuff. Oh, we got O3 max only. Oh, wow. They even have a warning that it's so expensive. Interesting. Okay, we'll stick with Mr. Gemini 2.5 Pro. I'm very impressed. But wait, this is the old one. O325. Is that the latest one? See, I'm not sure. It's a bit confusing. Let's see. Gemini 2.5 Pro. Okay, we don't need DeepSeek. Flash was okay. Thinking for when. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I think this is good. So we come back to here and then just, yeah, let's just go. Let's go. All right. Maybe we should also tell it to create the front end. مرة واحدة. Just do it. Just do the whole thing.
Should you give it a design to match?
Hmm. Yeah,
There are a
maybe.
few propositions in landing pages idea at the very bottom of Notion.
Here's a proposed plan. We'll break down existing workflow. Oh, I forgot to create the design directory. It's supposed to store this in the design directory. Okay, here's a proposed plan. Crawl and extract info. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Generate post arbitrary. You pass in the formality, blog description, target audience. Oh, wow. Okay. We need to pass in all this info. I guess we need, like, a part we haven't discussed so far, and it's obvious that we're going to need this, is a database. We already have Prisma, the basics of Prisma set up, but I think we're going to have to, like, create something a bit more detailed. So instead of just having customer with their posts, um, we're gonna need to know like their URL. So
The biz
customer,
info generated and the keywords. Shouldn't we store those
yeah, the
too?
titles, the keywords,
Yeah,
the posts that are generated are already here, but maybe they have a draft state or marked for as published or something. Uh, So basically, the dashboard is going to be reading from the database. It's not going to be, accessing
exactly.
or
Yeah.
generating each time.
We can tell it to add the relevant or create like a database.
Yeah. Um, okay. I'm going to tell it. So, okay, create a design doc based on everything we've discussed so far. And also keep in mind that we need to sync up the database with all of this stuff. So, when you uh, submit an URL, a new URL, we need to make sure that it doesn't already exist. Um, and uh, if it does exist, then do nothing. But if it doesn't exist, then you can just add it to the database for the particular customer. So we need to accept some sort of customer ID and then do authentication. Or maybe we can do authentication later, actually. Um, but yeah,
Which,
so
which
assign it to the customer, and then also when you uh, when you generate keywords, you need to make sure that um, they're also associated with the particular website. So basically, just generate some sort of updated database schema based on the requirements, with the intention of having some sort of front end which just shows the user the status for all the different operations and allow them to add input at the key milestones that we shared earlier. This sounds so vague, man. I feel like my brain,
Very long.
we need to accept some sort of customer ID. Oh,
like we can do, so we can do the authentication later. Authentication always messes things up.
Yeah, yeah, it's a pain. This is going to be a whopper of a PR. Bro, we're already at the hour and a half mark. It's okay. It's all right. As we were discussing before going live, we're going to be doing a review of the videos for this session to understand why we went over for this project and, what we could learn so that hopefully the next attempt that we make at creating something ends up taking less time, not more. So that's totally fine. It's part of the learning process. All right, so we got a design document. Now we're talking. No state persistence. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's exactly inflexibility. Bro, you're reading my mind here.
There goes the mind, man.
This is beautiful. Rationale, database choice, managed via Prisma ORM. Bro, I already have. Bro, we've already added Prisma, so you can just take a look at the schema and then update the plan to be more specific about what changes need to be made to support this change. Look, he's apologizing. I should have checked for an existing Prisma schema. It's all right, man. It's all
What
right.
a gentleman.
Exactly. I mean, not only is he already doing all the work, he's apologizing for, not reading your mind better. Oh, phased approach. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where we're getting at. All right, so website ID and then crawl and extract. Okay. Oh, oh, dear. That's a big change. Where did he go? Oh, data models. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So website. Okay. Link to websites managed by the customer. Arbitrary posts. Not necessarily tied to a full website workflow. Um, they will be tied. I think he went crazy with the arbitrary posts thing. I mean, they will be tied to a website, but they might not necessarily have been suggested by the generate titles function. Maybe we just have some sort of flag that tells us if the post was automatically generated or if it was submitted by the user.
The user will be able to submit posts.
You what?
The user will submit posts.
Yeah, maybe the user can come up with their own post titles. You think that's a bit too much?
Yeah, that's out of the scope, man.
We're just increasing the scope, is what we're doing here.
We
That's what it
shouldn't,
sounds.
man. Come on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. Why would we care about like arbitrary posts? The thing is, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see your point. Let's see what it does. Was probably an overcomplication. It makes more sense that all generated content would be associated with a specific website for a customer. The distinction we care about is whether the post title was one of the AI suggested ones or if the user came up with it themselves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Exactly. You're reading the words right out of my mind. Content strategy, generated title. I feel like this is just getting way too complicated, man. I don't even know. Like this plan is just really long. Rewritten file? What is that? What's this rewritten file? Have you ever seen anything like that? What on earth is that? Huh. Weird.
Probably the update.
Yeah, it's the edit file tool from Cursor. Just doing its thing. Weird. Okay. Anyway, I mean, I'm not sure if I need to read this whole thing. Like generated title. Okay, so let's just review
Let's
this.
have a leap of faith, man.
I mean, you gotta at least review the design doc. That was the whole point. Like, you're not gonna be able to review all of the code generated by the AI.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
Well,
yes,
you
yes.
gotta at least read the design doc.
What's the lack of go up, go back just a little bit. Hold on,
Multi-tenancy?
user cannot review edits. So the user cannot review edits or approve intermediate outputs. Okay.
Yeah. It just sort of goes on its own. Website registration, accept the URL. If the URL already exists, do nothing. If new, add the website to the database and associate with the customer ID. Endpoint to crawl a site and extract the business information. Save site markdown and business info. Generate keywords based on business info and site. Okay. All right. Generate content strategy. Allow for optional user feedback for regeneration. Save strategy. Bro, this is beautiful. Oh, okay. All right. Endpoint to generate titles based on a content strategy. Save titles. Um, what about keywords? Okay. I mean, based on a content strategy and keywords, right? Or no? It doesn't care about keywords? I mean, it must care about keywords, right?
Of course.
And keywords? Save titles. Okay. Generate post. Endpoint to generate a post given a title, formality, and other optional parameters.
Tone of voice.
SEO title and SEO description. Website ID if relevant. Yeah, it must be. With a customer ID and a website ID. Always. Not if relevant. Okay, status tracking. Each major entity, website keywords should have a status. Requires review. Okay, data persistence must be persisted. The API and database structures to support a front end that display the status of all operations, allow users to provide input. Okay. Growing number of ensure consistency. API endpoints should be okay. Oh, customer data. API endpoints should be authenticated. Yeah, to be implemented in a future PR. Okay. Initiate crawling, generate keywords, generate a post. Okay. All right. Okay. Customer ID. Generated post has a website ID and a website. Okay. Okay. Store other parameters if they were provided for arbitrary generation or if derived from a full workflow. Assume they will always be derived from a full workflow. Generated title could link to generated title or content strategy. Yeah, okay. Assume generated posts are always going to be tied to a content strategy. Okay, new model website, markdown, okay, keyword set, okay, content strategy, generated title. Generated title kind of feels like overkill, but okay, yeah, no problem. So phase one makes sense, database schema update. Phase two, keyword strategy generation. Okay, must be protected. Oh, it just replaced the whole file. Okay. Yeah, so what did we comment on? Content strategy. Yeah, here. So, um, all posts are tied to content strategy. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Cool. This is good. This is good. I like it. What's the phased implementation? Let me just make sure that makes sense. Keyword and strategy generation. Okay. Extend schema. Status updates. Okay, maybe we just need to make sense that we make sure that this makes sense. Okay, can you just verify that this makes sense from a front end perspective? So this change would actually make sense to a user going through the post generation process purely from a front end perspective. And maybe we switch out the model for something else, like 3.7 Sonnet. And let's just see if, it considers this okay or not. We'll pass in. Let's see if 3.7 Sonnet approves of these changes. Yes, it makes sense and creates a logical flow. Here's how a user, they enter their website URL, backend crawls the site, extracts business info. Okay, sees the extracted business info, can edit, approve, trigger keyword generation, see generated keywords, generate content strategy, and then approve, provide feedback to regenerate. And backend generates multiple post titles or allows the user to enter their own, generates posts. Beautiful. All right. Okay, I think we got ourselves a plan. Here. So that was like maybe 15 minutes of just coming up with the plan. Hopefully it's time well spent because, now we should be able to sail smoothly into the oceans of
The oceans of Caribbean.
productivity. I'm not sure.
I
I'm
was
not
thinking Pirates of the Caribbean.
the biosphere.
I have no idea what this is called, but I know it's Johnny Depp.
Interesting.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ah, yeah. Add new design plan. Okay, we're ready to implement this. Um, yeah, let's go. So I think we just start fresh, add the plan, and okay, bro, let's implement this plan step by step. And we're gonna go back to our trusty Gemini 2.5 Pro. We're gonna for advanced users that are cost insensitive. But you know what? Like it actually worked really well when in this normal mode. Like max mode used to only work before, but now I don't know what change they made, but I feel like Gemini 2.5 Pro even without max mode works well. But we'll see. If it turns rubbish, we'll switch to max mode. And I guess we'll just be cost insensitive.
They're proud to say it.
Let's get
Cost
this show on the
insensitive.
road. I love it. I love the energy, yo. Let's get this show on the road. Kick things off. I need to see your current. Go for it, man. Could you please provide? Oh, okay. It just went for it. Looks like it's right where we'd expect. I'll take a look at its current content to plan the updates. Okay. Rename post to generated posts. Okay. All right, all right. I'll remove it. Oh, remove the slug. We're gonna remove the slug?
Why?
That's surprising. It's pretty surprising why you would remove the slug or not be unique in the same way. The new design doesn't specify a slug. Keep if these posts are directly addressable by a slug. For now, I'll remove it as per the schema. Okay. I mean, I
But
don't want to
shouldn't be this
interrupt the
like.
guy. We'll let him do his thing.
But slugs are good for SEO.
Oh, it's doing something. Okay. All right. The updated blah blah. Create only. I'll generate the migration file, then inspect and figure out the manual take needed for SQL. Okay. All right. You're on your own, my friend. Because I don't understand what's going on. Let's do it. Yeah, yeah. Create the migration. That's fine. How do I type? Why can't I enter? Hello. I can't input anything.
It's still generating.
I just wanted to type yes. It's okay if you drop the table. I don't care about the table. But I can't. Move to background. Okay, this is output only. Yes, okay. I don't know why that worked. I just had to click it harder, I guess. Okay, the migration has been created. That's good. Oh, man. I've got a headache. Oh, I gotta enter a new name. Refactor. Okay. Okay. Next up is implementing the first API endpoint. Okay, create the first. Are you using Zod for input validation as suggested? If so, we should define a Zod schema for the request body. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, honestly, you don't need Zod, but okay, whatever. Zod just does validation for the JSON coming from the HTTP call. So you define what sort of schema you want for each endpoint, and then it enforces validation so that you don't have to like manually validate that the shape of the incoming object matches what you expect. Customer ID for authorization context isn't explicitly handled. For now, we'll just assume the website ID is sufficient. Okay.
But customer ID is associated with website ID.
I mean, I'm thinking like we could probably do the rest of the stuff.
Like the customer ID would be important later on for payments.
Yeah, we can do all that authentication stuff like later. Um,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
should be straightforward.
It should be. Yes, yes, correct.
Huh. Using legacy pure depths is often a bit safer than force. Yeah, okay, whatever. You do you, my friend. I feel like half the stream is just staring at, the
AI
staring at
generating code.
the model doing its thing and just telling it yes.
Yeah,
What are the current
because
linter?
that's
What is the correct way to narrow down? Let's check if the linter errors are gone. After this, we'll go. What are the current linters, if any? Why is it asking me? No linter errors. Proceed. Let's see what it looks like in Table Plus. Phase 2 and the keywords endpoint. Oh, it's Podzilla.
Oh,
It's looking quite complicated.
well, there's customer ID in the website table.
Yeah, customer ID. I mean, it's basically the same as website.
Yeah.
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head. What? Modify keyword set to store the full generate keywords output. Okay. Downside is the schema change and migration. However, since we're actively developing, it's a good time. Here's how we do it. It seems. Are you good with proceeding? Yeah, yeah. Just go. We should probably be updating the plan as we go along so that if we need to start a new chat, we can just pick it right up.
Hmm. That's a deep one.
Yeah, there's a problem here though. I don't think Prisma supports JSON. At least that was the case. JSON Prisma
But I think it
support.
stores them in a text format, Leo,
No, no.
and then it
Postgres
parses them again.
has JSON support.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember.
Oh, it does. It does support it. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, this looks good. Did you even read what it was talking about? The change,
Can
the
you
schema
open
change?
can you open the database just quickly for the
Uh,
content strategy? I want to see the content strategy.
it's just storing the keyword output JSON as JSON.
The titles are stored in an array.
Titles? No. So uh content. Okay, before moving along, can you just update the design doc to reflect where we are in the plan and what's remaining? You can just use like checkboxes or markdown format or whatever to capture what's already completed and what's still pending.
Can you open the database again?
Yeah, you got it. Wait, which table?
Content strategy,
Yeah,
keyword set ID,
keyword set ID.
strategy text feedback,
Yeah, from
status, create
keywords.
design. Oh, okay,
So it,
okay.
it
So
connects a
this,
content strategy with a keyword set.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I assume keywords is
Then,
like an array, probably.
yeah. So we generated title. So for each title, a record for each title.
Yeah,
It's not like a per site, like an array of titles per site.
yeah, yeah.
Mm. Gives it flexibility. Good, good.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. All right, it updated the plan. So now we can actually continue in a separate chat because it's saying start a new chat for better results. So maybe we should start a new chat.
Yeah, so it's on phase 3 now.
Okay, let's proceed with phase 3, please.
And
Man, it's like I can't type anymore. Oh, you sent me a link. Nota shelf. Not a shelf? Knowing how or
or
fixing everything. Oh, oh wow.
that was yeah, before the live. It's a nice read, like it's one could relate.
Indeed.
You should read it.
Not yet. I mean, we're streaming. I have it
Yeah, yeah, of
open,
course.
so I'll read it when the time comes.
Don't be like me. Store it in Pinterest or Pocket.
Yeah, that's where all the articles end up. Never in the brain. But I mean, if you store it in the brain and you don't act on it, it's
It's the
like I'm
same.
obsessed with this idea of Charlie Munger, you know, the famous investor, like Warren Buffett's right hand man. He has
Mm.
a bunch of books on like thinking clearly and just uh short little quips for decision making. Anyway, so he talks about
But hold on, why is it asking you to if it should proceed?
why is it asking me?
Yeah.
Yes, go and update the plan along the way with progress, please. What was I even saying? Right. So Charlie
The
Munger.
right hand.
Yeah. So Charlie Munger, I actually forgot what I was gonna say.
You're talking about decision making.
Yeah. Before that, what triggered this?
The
Reading,
we
yes.
were talking.
Yeah. So his
Yeah.
point is like he has one saying, which is take one idea, but take it seriously. So basically, what this means is like we're all sort of inundated with advice, right? You hear advice all the time. You scroll through Twitter,
Yeah.
it's basically an endless feed of advice, or oh, this worked for me, or that worked for this other guy, or look at this guy and what he accomplished. And this is exactly how he did it. And the idea being that you'd be able to take, all of this stuff and actually emulate that somehow. But, his point is, all right, just instead of everybody's just drowning in advice, but what if instead of you just scrolling through um, an endless stream of advice, you just take one idea, any idea to start with, but take it seriously, like study it implement it.
Mm.
Look at it every single day, a couple of times a day. Think about how it applies, and just do that for a day or two or a week or a month. Just take the thing seriously, and then once it's become like second nature, you can move on to the next thing. That
Mm.
way, you actually stand to benefit instead of just reading something and you're, oh, that's interesting, and then never think about it again for the rest of your life.
Interesting. It's like creating a habit every time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What was it talking about? I just told it. Let's move forward. What would you like to do next?
Phase three.
Okay, wait. Okay. Discuss or plan end-to-end testing scenarios. Proceed to phase 4, starting with ensuring all status fields, or work on replacing the mock service functions with what? Why are you mocking them? Simulate AI generation? Bro, don't mock anything. All of them exist. And I can't believe I didn't even know that there was a workflow services file. Let's move forward. I should probably have modified that. That's so stupid. Why would it mock? Why is it assuming keyword final is exported? Why can't it just read the bloody file? Remove the mock generated titles. Generate titles service. Next, I'll refactor. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. Oh man, I can't believe it. It was mocking everything this entire time. This is ridiculous. Okay. All right. So I guess it's working now. Okay. All right. I feel like we need to check now. Um. Okay. Let's do phase 4. Let's just finish it up and then we'll do the next bit. Bro, we're at the 2-hour mark. I need a break. My my brain is melting. Um. So I don't know if we should continue or just wrap it up here and then do another one later. But I can probably do another like half an hour if we take like a 5-minute break now.
Let's do that then.
What?
If you still, if you still like can go, like sure.
All right, let's do it.
You just look so tired.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not doing too great physically, but nothing a 5-minute toilet break can't fix.
All right.
All right, folks,
I
we'll
hope
see
you
you in
get the
5
logo,
minutes.
man.
I'll leave the model to do its thing. Hopefully, we're done with phase 4 by the time we get back.
Was it a good logo?
No comment. I just went to touch some grass, man. Artificial grass, but grass nonetheless.
You, I don't want to ask why, but okay.
Since this step depends heavily on an actual front end, we can either consider phase 4 provisionally complete and move to a general review or discuss a few potential refinements. Okay. All right, let's consider it done. Just update the plan and we'll call it a day.
You want us to try and create like a front page, a landing page?
Yeah, I mean that's the only way we can really sort of test this out. Uh, Otherwise, it's just gonna be like an open thing. Maybe we can ask it to. Excellent progress today. We've covered a lot of what? Why is it commenting on the progress made today? Who asked it to comment on the progress today? That's ridiculous. I love what they've done with it. I mean, my hat's off to Sundar. He's uh he's outdone himself. All right. So we need okay, now we need to create a design document for the front end so that we can actually test all of this stuff out. Can you help me put one together? Okay, I think it's doing it on its own without taking into consideration. Okay, all right. Wait. Let me just reference main.mdc here, just so it's not going crazy on its own. Okay. What are your thoughts on this problem statement? Are there any key aspects I missed? I think that's about it, right? Can you think of anything else?
Just a new websites.
You what?
You should manage. Okay, yes. I think that's pretty good. Should we like supply like a sample? No, no need.
I mean, if you have a UI that you want to emulate,
Like check the Notion. Like I've added a few links in there. Maybe we could use one of them.
ShadCN, man, you saw the tweet the other day about the ShadCN. Like ShadCN has dashboards now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's something we can benefit from. I don't even know if this is the real thing or if there's something else I'm missing. But what is what's on shadcn.com? Oh, okay, it's just this guy's Twitter. Oh, I love this notebook. Look, looks very nice. Get it on TweakCN. Oh, there's a TweakCN. Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know where the registry of Shadxian. Okay, all right. I don't know where the dashboard thing is that he was talking about before. I think it was made maybe tweak CN. What is this? Oh, pretty cool. It's very nice. It makes a big difference. It's quite fascinating. Oh wow, beautiful. The 39 themes. Oh, it's just changing the fonts, the colors.
Colors, the palette.
Oh, I definitely dig it. I don't know why my accent turned British. Sunset Horizon. I definitely feel an affinity to Sunset Horizon.
Yeah, you could relate to SEO with that a
Yesterday I
lot.
watched an interview with uh, Johnny Ive. I feel like that affected me.
You should watch, what do you call it? Hold on. What's his name? Attenborough.
Who?
David Frederick Attenborough.
Oh, David
Commentator.
Attenborough. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
The documentary voice guy.
BBC. Yeah, 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 yeah. That guy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. I'm very familiar with him. All right.
If you watch that, you will be on autopilot British all the way. And you will be very philosophical, like someone will tell you, "How are you?"
Bro, we already need to
You
tone
just,
that down. We don't want more of it.
come on, man, go for it. I feel like your brains will be leaving, going heavy on yourself, my man. Go easy.
Oh, my ear got closed. It's clogged.
Oh,
Okay, here's the proposed structure. All right, front end workflow. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, yeah, save it. Yeah, save it. Oh, okay. We'll review the design document in a new chat. Oh, man. It's not easy doing all this work.
imagine if we are to do the development ourselves.
You're breaking up. I lost you there.
I said, imagine if we are doing the development ourselves.
Oh, dear God. I can't possibly imagine that. That would be horrible. Look at this. It put its name there. Gemini. What? Who asked you to put your own name in there? That's just ridiculous. Unbelievable.
October, probably his birthday.
I mean, why am I paying? Why are we paying for this stupid model? Just so that you can add your name anywhere? Unbelievable. Okay, we'll keep it on there actually. It's fine. I don't think there's a problem there.
We should remove it, man, because we
All right.
also used Claude Sonnet.
Yeah, I mean, just for double checking, but no, I don't think we should
Yeah,
add Claude Sonnet in there.
never mind.
User
Not
customer needs an
important.
interface to manage their websites. Oh,
Manage their
let
websites.
me see who this is. Hello? مرحبتين هلا اخوي صباح الخير. الله يسلمك. تسلا اوكي الحين بطلع لك. مشكور. تسلا.
Need an interface to manage their websites and interact with the multi-step content generation rule. Okay, this includes initiating workflow steps, viewing its status of ongoing processes, reviewing and improving intermediate effects. Mhm. So you would want to initiate and monitor each step.
Yeah, it was a special delivery.
Okay.
All right, so new design document. Okay, I mean we're done with that chat.
Let's
We're
see
gonna
what it
start
does.
a new chat. You what?
I mean, I'm not sure what the manage their websites would look like, but the process is straightforward. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll allow multiple websites.
Why
Why?
not?
Why would we allow you to have multiple websites? I mean, we would expect one
Or
website.
yeah, but a customer can have multiple businesses.
Yeah, but they'll have to pay multiple times.
Hmm, okay. Yeah, it could be a next stage, next step. Like it doesn't initially, it could just be one site.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to introduce complexity. Like you're going to have the UI will have to support managing multiple websites, and then, for each
Yeah, yeah,
website you
yeah.
have like all the it's going to complicate stuff is what I'm saying. So maybe it's a good idea to just have a single website, or at least, um we can keep the database schema, so we can, like, the front end would only allow you to have one website, but the database schema can, support having multiple
Support
sites.
multiple. Yeah. I mean, for this MVP, so it could be one website. Like I
The
could
database
think of
schema
multiple.
does allow you to have multiple websites, but we'd like the front end to only support having a single website, just to simplify things. So a client or a customer can only have a single website. Update the plan accordingly. What? He's talking about developing a single page application. What are you talking about, yo? We already have an application. We're in the middle of the application. Nux for complex query params.
Oh, it's using Shad CDN.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be app dashboard. Finally, I'll revise the implementation plan. Okay. 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 Um. All right. So let's see. Man, why is the design document so detailed? Why? Anyway. All right. View. Register the website if one is not already registered. Initiate, monitor each step of the workflow. View current status and outputs for each step. Provide input feedback where the user allows, where the workflow allows. View and manage final generated blog posts. Do all this in a way that clearly associates their actions, their customer ID, and their single website. Provide a clear, intuitive interface for users to manage the content generation workflow. Allow user interaction. Okay. One sec. Hello, good morning. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I can't come to Genevieve today. Okay. Yeah, if you can get his signature, and then when I come there, when I come in the evening, like I can sign his copy, and I just receive the copy which he already signed. Yeah, when I come, I'll do the payment. Yeah. Yeah, full amount, 2160. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'll wait to hear back from you by today evening. Okay, thank you. And you also do the key handover as well, right? In the evening? Excellent. Okay. All right, thank you. Bye. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay.
It's all right.
Let's see. Provide clear, intuitive. I mean, it seems okay. Like I don't have a problem with any of this stuff. I just sort of you're not going to be creating a new single page application. This application already exists. So I'd like you to review the current file structure and the README and update the design document accordingly.
Why is it assuming if rank first has Node.js,
Yeah, I'm not
XCS?
sure. Okay. Looks good. Okay, looks good. Yeah, I don't have any so it's gonna start with the core setup, basic navigation. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't have any comments. Do you have any comments on this?
Um, well,
You didn't even read it, did you? I mean, I didn't read
I
like
didn't
half
read
of
the
it,
whole
I'm gonna
thing.
be
Yeah,
honest with you. But we're at that part of the stream where the only thing I'm
concerned
intellectually
about.
capable of is clicking next.
Yeah. All right, go for it, man.
Approve. Okay, next. Let's just make sure
Yeah,
we've
let's
committed
go for it.
everything.
Yeah. We can stop after this first try.
Yeah.
You
All
need some
right.
ice
So
cream.
add design app Prisma.
It feels like ice cream, to be honest. I think you should get one.
I should have ice cream?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I agree. No front end. Do we have a remote for this?
I don't
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
have.
We already have it. So we just push.
Hard N8N.
Yeah, yeah, it's already deployed to NAN, man. We're
Mm.
we're we're ahead of the curve here. Git push Doku. Let's go. So we just start fresh, yeah?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, let's start implementing this design document step by step. All right, let's see how the stream is going, man. I haven't checked on the stream, on the comments. I mean, just kind of make sure that everybody's having a good time. This
I'm
is like,
sure they are.
yeah, but it's not bad to just double check, you know? Check the quality of the stream, check the
The
views. I
love.
mean,
We had a few lags along the way, but
oh,
nothing to
bro,
worry about.
bro, look at this. Lionel Messi dropped in the chat. What are you guys doing? What are
And
you doing,
critic,
guys?
we've
Wh-
got some hit.
Bro,
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
big fan here. Thank you for dropping by.
I tell him a good play at Barcelona,
Good play against Barca.
Real Madrid.
Was it Real or Bar? I mean, it's helpful to
He
get the
plays
name
for
of the team,
he
right?
plays for Barca Milan. Yeah, whatever.
Against Real Madrid. Nice one. What is
That
route?
is rude. What?
Huh. That's a deep question. Krutik.
We should philosophize on it on the next live
We each take our own routes
in
in this
life.
life.
That's it.
We we know not where it will lead,
The future beholds
but we strive
for
to go as
excellence
far as we can
in this life.
while remaining steadfast.
That's deep, man. That's very deep.
Unless he's talking about route in the context of like
Well,
Next.js.
obviously, yeah.
In which case, it's much less convoluted. Anyway, it's great to see a lot of comments come in. I mean, Mr. Harish, Mr. Messi, and Mr. Krutik. Mr. Mrs. Krutik? I don't know. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'm not sure what that is. Buffering? Oh, he's complaining that it's buffering. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't
Should
know.
check their connection the next time because our connection is excellent connection.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
I think it's
Let's.
finished with the first step.
Oh, okay. We'll likely need. Yeah, yeah. Go for it. Yeah, yeah. Go for it. Wait, he was supposed to update once we've confirmed the shad CN. Did we tell it to start implementing? Yeah, yeah, we did.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
All right. So it's a very simple page. We can replace this with the logic. All right, so plan is a React server component will fetch initial data, assume customer ID is available. We can use a mock value for now. Fetch website data. We didn't say anything about Stripe or authentication, right?
Yeah, not yet.
Did you mean for me to try initializing it with npx shadcn in it? Oh dear, this failed. Post property type. Okay, all right. Does not exist. Hmm. I think we need to update the Doku file, the Docker file. Do do we have a Docker file? What is this?
We don't.
Oh, we're on Hetzner. Okay, we don't need a Docker file. But we just need to make sure that you run the migrations before we do the build. So, yeah, we'll fix that later. But what was I doing? Right, shadcn npx shadcn latest init. Okay. Yeah, New York is fine, neutral. Okay. Oh, there's a problem. Okay. Right. Installing dependencies failed. Okay, so I tried to install this stuff. Remove components .json and run init again. Okay. Okay. I guess you got to do npx legacy peer depths. Oh, okay. Anyway, bro, I don't know how to init the thing, but it looks like it did something. Maybe it initialized it a little bit or the whole thing. I don't know. Okay, shall I create display website info components? Why is it creating components for each of these instead of just creating like the files? Why would you create components for I don't know. I guess maybe it's okay. Okay, proceed. Man, I'm just I can't think. I think we should better just wrap it up instead of
Let's wrap it up.
slugging through this. We're already at the 2 hour 39 minute mark, so I think it's a good place to stop. And then we'll just continue from here. I'll try and I'll keep the window open, so hopefully we can just pick it right up. All right, adios, folks. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye for now.